Alright, hello all. Welcome back to the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So we are going to be continuing on doing some showcases here against Special Battle Stage 1. Now there is a bunch of new content that just came out. I have tried the Team Battle stage so far, but I just wanted to finish my overall look at some of these characters against the hardest, at least currently, that I've played, I suppose I should say. Hardest fight in the game. I mean, I don't know what's to come of these new fights, the Supreme Magnificent Battle ones. But that Team Battle Gotenks was actually pretty tough, so I think there's a good chance they'll be pretty difficult. But anyway, I did want to, we did do the GT Boss Team Showcase, and they crushed. I think it was insane. Omega is like everything I wanted and more, so I'm really happy with him. But of course, I do need to try out, the big superclass setup. And I think this should go pretty well. But I mean, we'll have to see exactly. Because obviously we're GT bosses. I mean, I was able to kill turn 4 both times I did kill. I mean, this team definitely takes a little bit to build up. It's a big stacking team. So we really need to see here how like Vegeta and Trunks are doing specifically. That's what I really want to see. But other than that, I don't really know what to expect here. I mean, we did a good like 40 or so minutes for the GT Boss Showcase, so that's probably what we'll do here as well. Just win or lose, we'll keep going in for probably about that much time just to see how the team actually does. I mean, that is the point of the team showcase, to see what it's actually doing instead of, just trying to get the win. I mean, if I could get the win, that's cool. But just think of it like if I'm running 5 Cybermen, I'm showing what do the 5 Cybermen do. They fucking lose, no matter how many hours I put into it, right? So I don't know how we'll do. When I was trying with the superclass setup to beat this for the first time, although I didn't have this, full sort of team here, it did not go so well. But we'll see what's in store for us here. Let's jump in. Well, if it, what the fuck? Oh no, no wonder. God damn it. Okay, hold on. Well, let's go back over there real quick. Man, I just selected that friend 2 seconds ago. How'd the friend data get updated already? That's crazy. Yeah, I mean that's the GT boss team we used, and it obviously did very, very insane. Now let's jump in. We good now? Jesus. Okay, well, I'd say. I mean, I definitely. Vegeta Trunks slot 7 is probably not that good. Because the sooner they build up, the better, before Rose builds up. But obviously, we're going to be targeting Zamasu first with this sort of setup, so hopefully it should still work out. We'll see. Okay, so where's the lockout? Oh, Gotenks at the end. Okay, I was gonna say I'm fine with that, but the Super Saiyan 4 is kind of they're not the best if they have to stay on this rotation. Oh boy, we'll see how this goes. Because I've had, when I was trying this initially, I did a decent to get my initial no item win. I mean, I did try the super class, or rather a super class setup, not nearly this exact one, because Gogeta and Vegeta and Trunks had yet to EZA at that point. So I tried a superclass setup. It did include like Super Saiyan 4s and Gods, but I just kept getting really unlucky with them. Because I think what you'd really want to do with them is rotate them off. I really do think so. So, turn 1, they're actually going to be pretty tanky, but you still want to put them in like slot 3 if you can. That way, they float off, and by the time they come back, you can go into Gogeta or the Blues, and obviously you'll be looking much, much better. However, obviously we could not do that here, so hopefully we'll still be fine. I think we will, but I guess we'll see. We just really got to get lucky, I suppose. I don't know. It's just I don't like Vegeta and Trunks being in slot 7 at all. I mean, whether or not it's going to be as big of a deal as I think it might, I don't know. As long as I suppose we avoid hitting Rose, it should be fine. But it's just, it just feels like a bad ob. You know, because part of why I do want to really do this, you know, obviously I'm trying Gogeta out here. I do want to do like a GT Hero sort of setup here. I'll probably record that right after. You know, I need to see, like, I haven't tried the Super Easy A's Super Saiyan 4. Ooh. Goku or Vegeta, or Vegeta, excuse me. Or like AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Excuse me, Gogeta. Although I haven't tried Goku in here either. So, I mean, yeah, I definitely still want to do like a GT Hero setup. Although I don't have my own Gogeta, so it's, you know, friendly, right? So we'll see how that goes when I get around to it. I anticipate it'll probably do the worst of all, you know, GT bosses, then sort of Fuse Fighter, Future, and then that, but I guess we'll see. Okay, see, now this is actually really good. I do really like this. Although, Key, I suppose that's fine, honestly. And then we do that, and then finally, the gods. Perfect. Okay, well, we're actually looking kind of decent here, I would say. Like, overall. I mean, I suppose it does depend if Gogeta wants to get a lot of supers, but actually doing pretty good. The big issue, obviously, is Rose and Vegeta and Trunks. I mean, how are they, you know, gonna do? Because obviously, as much as I like them, I'm not foolish enough to just like straight up say that those like first 3 hits, and that's part of why I really want to test them here. Those first 3 hits, they can get shredded, especially pre-attacking, but even post-attack, right? So, them being slot 7, I feel like I feel like what's gonna happen, and we'll see. I feel like what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna get like supered immediately, and then, you know, I mean, there's nothing I can do about that, right? Okay, well, this is, you wanna, are we actually not countering this? Are you kidding me? Yeah. I mean, we tanked it, but still. Come on, Gogeta. What was that, buddy? I know, damn it. Alright. I know you can counter it, you fucker. That's ridiculous. Come on, Gogeta. Look at this guy. Okay, well, next turn is the moment of truth, I guess. I mean, Zamasu is half, which is pretty decent, obviously, but I don't know. I question how well this is about to go. Because obviously once we start hitting Rose, you know, he's going to build it very high, and I think the only characters that are going to do anything about that is Teglu Goku with the 12 key, where they'll lower attack, but otherwise, every hit will be increasing his attack, which obviously is a big difference from like the GT boss team, where, okay, they should be fine after all the shoots, especially because he hasn't been hit. Yep. Big difference from the GT boss team with all the lowering they have over there. Okay, well, Rose supering at the end makes me feel a little bit better about this, but still, I wouldn't say I feel good. Just better is the word I'll use. Okay, that's actually really nice. And then I can get 8 orbs here. Full heal, that's good. 57,000. Double digits, okay. And what are they? Double digits, it's good. And we got the dodge. Okay, well, this is... They actually, against Zamasu especially, this is good tanking. I'm pretty sure. Oh, okay. Well, they didn't... They tanked for like 50k. Because that was before they attacked, but they did have their full build-up by the time that connected, because it can... their build-up is for evasion as well. Okay. I mean, definitely the stacks are going to be a big deal with them. Something to note, for the first 3 turns, they do have the, what is it, orb changing and damage reduction. So, I mean, once that wears off, we'll see. But obviously, they do get stacks as well, so It's kind of hard to say in either direction, honestly. What we really need to see here is... God, Rose has to Super Blue Goku, and he's got to dodge it. Because if it's on the Super Saiyan 4s, like, even if they get a really crazy 4 Super turn, I think... Well, honestly, this could actually be a really good opportunity to show the strength of Vegeta and Trunks, honestly. They did get 1 stack, and their Phase 2 buff is up right now. So, for bonded parent-child allies, so 30%. So between their support on Phase 2, their support on SA Effect, and Goku's support on SA Effect, I actually think we might live here. Especially because I got 8 orbs. So obviously they have a decent bit of stats. I'm actually really curious to see what we're going to do here. If this was the gods, I definitely think we'd be dead, because true type advantage and true type disadvantage does still matter. But it is the Super Saiyan 4s. You know, they do have the true type advantage, even through guard. Let's see what we tank here. I mean, we have 900 some odd thousand health, so I think we live, even if we took a lot of damage. Oh, really? Damn. That's crazy. I mean, because that's literally just like, what, 1 super? A 1 super difference or something? Did they get all the supers they could have? I'm not sure that they did, but that's literally like a 1 super difference there. That's crazy. Okay, well, I mean, I feel like that was honestly pretty decent. Just very unlucky to get them in that situation there. But that's what I was saying, you know, leading up to that, is you do sort of... I haven't really gotten the best chance to try out, like, Gogeta himself, or the gods themselves, or the blues, I should say, themselves against this fight. I really need to see that. But, unfortunately, you do have to deal with that sort of scenario happening while trying to do that. Now, yeah, the key build-ups to per attack, so they'll get they will get the full key here. Jesus. That was a bit of a tongue twister for me. Okay. I think we should be fine here. I mean, it depends on where the super is, obviously, but I do think we should be fine. Okay, this is the 3rd hit, so they're not fully built up yet. Okay. I mean, we lived. And, well, I suppose actually, is it... Fuck, I forget the wording. Is it when receiving? Or is it after receiving? Because that makes a big difference. Because if it is when receiving, the wording there, that means the buff was up for that. And if it's after receiving, that means the buff was not up. Which obviously would make quite a big difference in the tanking. We did live, however. That, I feel like, is pretty important to note. We did actually live. So I will take that. And that's also without having, like, you know, Vegeta. Okay, we're fine. I mean, Tag Blue Goku being Vegeta obviously gives them a lot of support, so that was actually pretty decent. Although, now we're actually in a scenario where... And to be fair, I do want to see more of them, not less. But now we're in a scenario where, by the time we hit turn 5, that 10% damage reduction will no longer be a thing for us, which... Obviously, 10% damage reduction can definitely make or break the fight. Especially when we, you know, ate that for 5-7. Definitely can make or break. Okay, and then hopefully we can get like a triple super turn from Gogeta here. That would be preferable. Let's see. Come on, I believe in you, Gogeta. Let's see it. Come on, man. Give me one more. Give me one more. Let's go. That's huge. Okay. And then there's, what, 2 hits at the end here, so he should build up a little bit more, obviously, although not fully. Yeah, not fully, but it'll be built up a little bit more, so that's good. And this is actually, honestly, perfect as is. Yeah, I'll just keep this like this. Here, I'm not gonna... I didn't forget. Let me check that real quick. I forget how it's worded exactly. for every attack received or evaded. So I think the buff wasn't up then yet. I think is what the wording on that would imply to me, that it was not currently up. That's a bit of a interesting wording there, but it doesn't say when receiving every attack or when evading. It's for every attack received or evaded. You know, sort of the ED past tense, right? So it makes me think that it's talking about you get the buff after the action takes place. So they didn't even have that up there. So that actually is pretty decent then. I mean, we would have tanked that for much better. And attacking, I think is a pretty big deal. Can I get the gods their full? I should with the yeah. Although, damn, that's a lot of healing I'm missing out on potentially for next turn, but it is what it is, I guess. I forget how early we can use the Vegeta. No, actually, it's isn't it turn 3 with a full Future Saga rotation, or it's because it's 2 conditions, or it's turn 5 under 50% HP, so we can't actually use it yet. Pretty unfortunate there, but I mean, it is what it is. You gonna dodge? Thank you. I will say, by the way, because at this point I feel like I was waiting to get Omega, because I knew I'd get Omega. I was waiting to get Omega, so I knew I'd hit Pity, until I made my tier list, and now, like, the new fights coming out, I definitely need to try all these out before I make my tier list. I'll definitely have one up by the end of the celebration. Okay. Please go tanks. Get the extra defense. And then we get the counter here. Something so cool about the Go Tanks. Just instead of like the dodging or nullifying, he just fucking eats it and then just shoots it back at you. It's so awesome. But yeah, I feel like I need to wait now until I try out all the new fights to wholly say how I feel. But I will say that I already had number 2 overall, I think, but Blue Goku, honestly, I feel like pretty much never has failed. I mean, there's been like 1 or 2 times, but that was, I feel like when he failed me actually was like if I wasn't running his like condition where, you know, the future super class sort of thing. But otherwise, I mean, he's actually done very, very well for me. He's 55%. I'm not a big dodge guy right now, but I certainly really, really like him. Okay, we need slot 3 to be locked. Okay, slot. Well, this is not good. Because now they won't have their extra buff, obviously. I suppose this is good to show, at least. Right? Because now in this scenario, we don't have 30% damage reduction, and we don't have that 200%, which we can't, like, that's a phase 1 buff, but it doesn't actually show it to us. So we need to see what this is going to do. Yeah, I can't really get key for them, unfortunately. I do think, especially because they have the extra 10% right now, post-super, they should be fine. I'm pretty confident in that. Especially because, like, Blue Goku is supering first, right? I mean, we get that 60% support. Obviously a pretty big deal. So I think we should be fine here. Unfortunately, we are not going to kill Zamasu this turn. I don't think. I suppose I could be wrong, but I just feel like there's no way. You're going to get the dodge. This with you. This character's so strong. Like, they're... Yep, and I was going to say... I feel like I see a lot of times where I'll start to talk a character up and then they just fucking bum out for me. I wanted to make sure that wasn't going to happen, but I mean, that blue Goku is just so strong. I mean, even if you fail, you know, the dodge, I mean, you have the huge amount of damage reduction. I definitely... They feel really, really strong, honestly. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, I don't know. They might... I mean, I know I have them number 2 already, but they might be higher on my tier list. I don't know. Because it's definitely Omega, Gogeta, and now the new LRs come out since then. And Vegeta and Trunks EZA, right? So there's definitely a lot to consider. Are we actually going to kill him? It's going to be pretty close. It might actually be possible. He barely has any health at this point. Damn. He just barely lives. What is this shit? Dog. Man. You motherfucker. Game. Okay, well. Let me, do that. And I guess we'll just, you know, let me do this, actually. We'll try and kill Zamasu with Gotenks, and then we can get Vegeta's active against Rose. Okay, well, that sucks. Oh well.
I'll defeat you for my son and for the future, Father! Take this, get it again! Come on, Trunks! Give it all you got! Sure thing! This is the power of mortals!
Okay, now we just have Rose to deal with here. And honestly, I think our odds are fairly decent. I'm not gonna lie. As long as Gogeta counters this. Hey, what the fuck, dude? Am I... It's not, like, conditional, is it? How the fuck did he fail the last 2? Yeah, dude, what is this shit? Hey, bastard! How'd you fail the last 2? It's a great chance. Man, that's fucked. He failed the last 2 counter chances in a row. That bastard. We actually could have been fine there, too. Okay. We need slot 2 to be locked, I guess. I don't like that, but... Yeah, this is what we need. And Gotenks, that's slot 1. I don't really like that, but... Here goes nothing, I guess. Please, Goat tanks. I need you to tank, buddy. Please. God damn. I mean, we're alive, but shit. That hurt. Oh my god. 824,000, huh? At least we've supered now. And he is good against, I mean, 99% damage reduction against Ki Blast supers, so. Come on, yeah, let's see those supers, guys. Although, actually, this is kind of bad in a way. Because now Rose's going to build up a little bit. Not too much, but even a little bit. What? What the fuck? Post super, I'm taking 1,000,000 normal? Huh? Yes, that's wild. God damn. He just got shredded there. Okay, can we... Not perfect, but better. Okay. At least Blue Goku's gonna super first now, so they'll have the 60% support. Obviously, that'll make them look much better versus the Rose AOE rather here. And we'll see how this plays out. I don't know. I feel like we might have been able to win that not the last one, but the one before. But we kind of got really unlucky with Gogeta just deciding to not counter the entire battle there. Very unfortunate, obviously. But I mean, I feel like the team has been doing pretty decent so far. I'm wanting to see more of Vegeta and Trunks. Thankfully, they're on second rotation. I do need them to be able to be in slot 1, though. I mean, that's not... I don't feel the most confident about them being in slot 2. They need to be slot 1. Especially for the first turn, where they don't have any build-up. They'll fucking get murked without that extra shield they have, so... I guess we'll see how this plays out. It's definitely gonna suck if they just bum out, but I feel like so far, honestly, they've looked very nice for us. So I'm pretty happy with them so far. Because, I've been seeing people talk so much shit about them, and it's like, I don't get it, personally. And I suppose I haven't seen them against built-up Rose. They definitely, pre-super, they definitely get slaughtered. I'm not... I mean, I can tell that from what I've seen so far. But post-super, I think they might be fine. I don't know for sure, but I think there's at least a chance that they'd live. So I do want to see that, Ah, God, of course. Of course. Speak of the fucking devil, huh? Well... Shit. I guess we gotta make do. Come on. Why do they gotta be forced in there? At least they're supering first, and the AoE is after they attack. Those are both things that are obviously very good for us in this situation. I mean, other than those things, I don't know if there's anything good about the situation for us, but at least we have those things, So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, I've been seeing so much shit talk about Vegeta and Trunks. I mean, as from accounts I follow, and, it's like... It's not even just, like, one person. It seems like a lot of people just really do not like them. Or I really like them, honestly. I don't know, maybe I just value different things. I know I really value, like, support and, like, defense, and they are really good at both. So it's like I feel like obviously there's some level of bias, but I don't, even as a Vegeta fan, I don't fucking care for the father-son Gallic gun, which is the whole point of this card. I mean, it was like such a huh when they got revealed. Ooh. God damn. Yeah, not... Oh, yeah, they're fucking dead. There's no way. Yeah, not having the build-up, definitely... They lived. Okay. I mean, I guess you could say define live. What's our fucking HP at? 17%. But we're alive. So, I mean, that counts for something, at least. Okay. Well, we're still in it for now, at least. There's that. But yeah, I just... it's... To be fair, people were slandering the shit out of them in 2022. 2023 as well. And it's just like, it wasn't true then. I don't know if it's true now, but at least in this fight, I feel like they've done pretty decent. I mean, there's only so much I could do about the lock. But I don't know. I'm really enjoying them. Come on, man. Why you gotta do me like that? God damn it. Okay. Well, here goes nothing. But yeah, I suppose it is worth noting, though. I mean, at the end of the day, what really matters is like if you enjoy a character, you know. Who cares what everyone else has to say about the matter? I mean, if you're having fun with the character, god damn. Well, that you shouldn't let anyone else detract from that. Point being, I do think it is definitely, no matter what the overall consensus of a character is, um, really important to try every character. You know, even if like on paper you don't really like them, I do think it's a pretty good thing to do. I do try my best to try everyone out. I haven't really tried out the sub UZAs, the GT ones, but besides, because I don't really have the best place to use them is the issue. So I don't have. I mean, sure, I have the physical Super Saiyan 4s, right? But other than them, you know, I don't have a GT Hero lead, and obviously that 200% there does not inspire much confidence. That's only the Kamehameha, right? So if I want to try out like, you know, Trunks or Pan, right, I'm not getting the full sort of buff is the issue. But I mean, it does suck. That being said, because also like Gogeta obviously is better when you can have like Pan around. But I have gotten a decent look at Gogeta even without that. So yeah, because obviously the 9 Giant 8 Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku setup still works really well for him. But yeah, overall point being, I feel like it's extremely important to always try these characters out for yourself. I mean, I'd say it's damn near the most important thing to do that. You know, it's even if no one else likes the character, you might like him, right? And so far, it damn near seems like I'm the only person that likes this Vegeta and Trunks, but you know, I like them, so that's all that matters to me. Now, where I'd rate them, I don't know about that. I mean, they don't. I'd say damage is more important than ever. In all the time I've been playing, I mean, certainly they've power crept the damage like tenfold within the last year and a half, 2 years. Like I mean, look at like AGL Broly's in the 9th anniversary headliner. You know, a year ago for global players, but like a year and a half ago for JP. I mean, if you just think about it, right? I mean, he was starting out, you know, some 11 mil, 12 mil, some shit like that, with, you know, several 7, 8, 9 mil additional, some bullshit like that, right? And then when you get him built up, you know, when you transform him, I mean, he'd hit like 26 mil into a bunch of 18, 19, 20 some odd mils. And he was insane as a damage deal. And then he wasn't even guaranteed critting. Right? So it's like, what the ask for damage has like increased by within the last several well, year and a half or so of playing Dokkan. I mean, it's been very wild, honestly, to see. That's not. Oh fuck. At least this is the Ki Blast Super, so Gotenks should be fine. Because he does have 99% damage reduction versus that, which is obviously very good. Even 55%, he's really good for this fight. Just slot 1, obviously, not the best for him. But yeah, I don't know. It's just because they're obviously not doing the most insane damage. They're going to get caught defensively, especially if they're not in slot 2, or excuse me, especially if they're not in slot 1. But I really value. I feel like they're pretty consistent. I really like that they're supporting the allies by as much as they are, right? So, and obviously the phase 2 buff is more so important than the phase 1 buff, or not the phase 1 buff, excuse me, the SA phase buff. But still, I really like what they're doing. But I don't know where I'd place them on a list. I feel like initially I was like really blown away by them, but I feel like I definitely like, like the gods and the Super Saiyan 4s better. They've just, even in short content, I mean, these guys are, no matter what content you throw them against, they just sort of kick ass, and it does feel nice to see that. I feel like Dokkan does a pretty good job of keeping these Dokkan Fest LR EZAs, at least the anniversary ones, very powerful for. I mean, look at last year. I mean, UI Goku is still God right now, even if people have gotten tired of him, because, I mean, the man practically never left since his release. I feel like he was still, I was still using him occasionally by the time he was EZA, on, like, before he EZA, so he definitely, I feel like at this point he has to have, like, the longest reign in the meta. I don't know. Like, I don't know another character that really can claim that. Like, AGL Golden Frieza, I guess, but I don't know the exact timeline of how good he was. So, I don't know. UI Goku is definitely... Okay, this is... Once again, huh? Well, we'll see how this goes. I do not feel so good about this at all. God damn it. Here we go. Well, I think we're probably just dead here. Are we? Are we fine? Fine is a keyword, I suppose. We lived. That is the important bit. We did live. So yeah, I feel like maybe after like this final attempt here, we'll probably call it. Like I said, I'm not trying to necessarily go for the win. If I can get the win, that's nice. But the main purpose is just to get an overall better grasp of how I'm feeling about characters in this fight, right? So I feel like we saw a decent bit from everyone here, more or less. I don't know, we haven't really gotten far against Rose is the big thing to me. But, I feel like that just goes to show a bit that, I mean, obviously, this team is not the GT Boss team. I feel like it's probably the best team in the game for, the game for this fight. I don't know, but they do so good, right? I mean, it's crazy to say that GT Boss is the best team for anything, but I really feel like they might be the best for this fight. We should kill Zamasu next turn, I think. It depends on what Gogeta wants to give us, though, definitely. Like, if we get a triple super or not. But yeah, I feel like overall, we've done decent. It's just, like, in Gogeta's actually, I think he's probably, like, the best TUR, and he's definitely brought it out for me several times within this, unfortunately. Okay, they're fully built up, so even slot 2, they'll be fine against this post-super, right? So I really need you to just, like, go crazy here, Gogeta. I'm talking triple super, buddy. Let's see it. Okay. We get the double. It's good. We did the triple, though. I mean, obviously we get the double, but I don't know. I'm just so not used to just, like, the guaranteed super on someone like that. Oh, wait. He actually... Is he actually killing? I think he actually kills here. Yeah. Oh, okay. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Well, fuck. I think I need to go into the blues, at least. We'll go from there. I feel like I needed to use, like, all the actors. I think that's what I'll do. Let's do it. Okay, obviously we used that one. I do have Once a Day on, by the way, in case you're wondering why the animations keep getting skipped here. I do try to remember to get it all and replay the animations every video, but sometimes it just slips my mind. And by the time I realized, I was like, okay, well, we've already skipped through most of them, so we might as well just keep it going like this. Alright, now we use the active here. And then finally, Gotenks active. Alright, here goes nothing. Okay, we can actually grab this to get their additional super. And then still get a lot of healing through Gotenks over there. Okay, the gods obviously, or blues, whatever, fine. Okay. I mean, the active skill obviously does a lot for us there, but we did live, so that's good. We might actually be able to, like, clinch out a win at the very end, ironically. I don't know, I mean, it's definitely going to, like, really matter where the Vegeta, like, where the Rose super is next turn. Right? If I need to see the attack order, because Vegeta and Trunks, obviously, you know, could be really insane here, but, I mean, that's why we're using the Vegeta actives. We gotta really hope that it works out. This is actually, we're doing very well, though. Especially if, like, the super is on Gotenks. You know, after supering. I mean, we'll obviously be fine. Get a little bit of extra damage in. We're not doing that much, honestly. Well, I don't know about that, saying it that way, but I feel like we could only half is essentially what I'm getting at. I definitely don't feel the most confident in that, because Vegeta and Trunks just don't really do damage, is the big thing. Well, I suppose we have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta next turn, huh? So then either way, we're gonna know where the super is. That actually... Okay, huge. And then Gotenks just tanks this. And then we get to counter. Gotenks is so crazy. They designed him so well. Okay, well... What... I feel like it's definitely gonna be... I mean, I could put them in slot 2. Well, let's see. Yeah. That makes sense. Alright, let's do Gogeta. I feel like we might win here. Honestly, very surprised, but it does appear we're gonna win. I did not anticipate this. Yeah, no, I mean, this is GG. Okay, well, we actually did manage to get the win then, because, I mean, there's no way Gogeta, you know, on his first turn, like, we got, yep, there's the counter. Even if the counter doesn't kill his 18 key, definitely will. It'll definitely be the 18 key that kills, right? I mean, there still is 12 key, even if it doesn't. Yeah, I mean, I suppose I could have put Vegeta Trunks there, but I'm not trying to make them look bad, right? They definitely, we all know they would have died there, right? They would have died there. I'm not gonna sell at the last minute just to see how much millions of damage they're about to take. Okay, well, there we go. I'm, literally, as I was talking shit against them, or against the team, well, maybe not talking shit necessarily, but, you know, just saying we haven't really gotten too lucky so far. But, once we finally got to a point where we killed Zamasu and then started a turn out with no Zamasu, I mean, it just became pretty easy from that point on, thankfully. Yeah, no, we got the win, so I'm pretty happy with that. Definitely not as good as the GT Boss team did, but we did very well. So I mean, I'll take that. And I will say that's why I think it's really good to try out every team against a variety of content, because it's very clear to me now more than ever Dokkan wants to, and they've even told us this, right? It's not just like a fucking theory. They've told us that they want to have certain characters do better against certain fights and worse against certain fights. So I mean, GT Boss is being the best here, really insane. I mean, I don't, maybe like maybe like honestly like the Goku Vegeta fight might be a little bad for them, because doesn't Vegeta like always super slot 1 and he has the stun, so that really screw with Omega. But otherwise, I mean, pretty good, I will say. So there we go. I think we can wrap this up here. I actually did not expect to get a last minute win there, but we did. I'm probably gonna jump right into GT Heroes Showcase next. Maybe, I don't know. I might try out some of the. I really want to get into some of the new content really badly, but it's also like that team battle stage was so tough compared to the others, at least. So I definitely want to be a little cautious of getting ahead of myself, so to speak, right? But yeah, I'm gonna end this here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.